thought it was, for two teams competing to try to put themselves in the tournament, it was an extremely well played game. Very well pitched on both sides. They were able to pick one up in the first and then add one in the third. Probably the play of the game, I guess, was there in the fourth or the fifth when Willis dives and makes a diving catch off a Kep's line drive with 2 outs. And that ball lands. We're at first and third and sitting with the middle lineup up with a chance to get right back in the ball game. But they only had 3 base runners the last 6 innings of the ball game, 1 hit and a couple walks. And the job that Luke and Blake and Justin Walk did for us tonight certainly was good enough to give us a chance to win the ball game. Unfortunately, their 3 guys were a little bit better, Kelly and Perkins and Robertson. But we've got to make some adjustments between now and tomorrow from an offensive standpoint and continue to compete. And hopefully that third phase of the game we're a little better tomorrow.
Questions?
Coming in, they were top 15 in the country in strikeouts for a staff. What was the telling the guys just be patient, try to get your pitch? It seemed like they were chasing a lot of high pitches tonight.
I don't know that we chased a lot of high pitches. We chased a lot of balls out of the zone at times, but I didn't think we did a real good job of trying to stay on some pitches in the zone that we had a chance to handle early in the count. We took some of those pitches. We swung at some other off-speed pitches early in the count that typically you need to eliminate, and we didn't do a real good job of that. And then, of course, when Perkins came in, then your approach has got to be different, because he's going to spin breaking ball after breaking ball, and you got to be able to see the breaking ball that's got a chance to be hit. I need to see it start on me, so it's got a chance to be in the zone. We swung at several that started out over or started down that were going to be out of the zone, and we didn't do a good job recognizing pitches tonight.
The grounds crew, they do the number 3 stencil instead of the Seahawks, and they've got some flags with your name hanging in the outfield. Just having the support from people like the grounds crew and the fans, was that something you noticed tonight as far as just people out here to support you this last series?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't notice the flag until we had a national anthem, so I don't know how soon it was put out, but I saw it then, and it's awful nice to be recognized by those folks. Those guys in the grounds crew, they do a tremendous job for us, and they work every day to make this field, this playing surface, as good as there is in this region. And the fans, hopefully, we'll continue to get some more fans out in the next couple of days to support these young men that are competing to try to put themselves in the postseason.
Do you remember anything like this in the past years where it was 6 teams battling for 4 spots? I know in years past you guys have been, it's come down to Sunday before, but this seems like everybody is right jumbled in the mix right now this year.
No, I've never, I don't ever remember us being in that position. There's been several years where we've had 3 teams battling for 1 or 2 spots to get in. A couple of years when it was a 4-team tournament, and then 2 or 3 years when it's a 6-team tournament. But to have this many people, 6 teams bunched up within a game of each other going into the last weekend, it's certainly unprecedented in our league. And I'm sure everybody's scoreboard watching, especially after games, to see how things have unfolded and try to find out, okay, what have we got to do tomorrow to find our way in there.
How much stress are you on? Is this stressful for you, or just knowing that there are 2 more games that, those need to be wins, you would assume, to get in and make sure that streak of never missing a tournament?
Of course, every streak's meant to be broken. We would certainly not like for that to happen this year. I want it for the guys that are playing. You know, we've got some young kids, we've got some freshmen and some redshirt guys that hadn't had the opportunity to go to postseason yet. So I want it for those guys. I've been there. You know, I've had my chances, but for them to get a chance, that's what I'm looking for. And there's really, you know, we're trying to get them to understand it's not pressure, okay? You know, we're coming in to play a game and play the best of your ability and stay focused on the task at hand, and don't let that come into play. You know, it can't be I've got to have a hit, or I've got to throw a strike here, I've got to make a play, or you know, I've got to steal a base, or you know, if you get in that mode, then you're going to play way too tight, and you're going to do some things that typically you wouldn't have necessarily do in different situations. So, you know, it's a matter of staying focused on what's in front of you. Stay where your feet are, and, you know, let's see what we can do the rest of the way.
You say there's no pressure, but I'm sure that the guys don't want to disappoint. And have you seen them? Have you what was that the message you kind of told them?
I thought we got a little tight toward the back end the last couple innings. You know, I thought guys worked way too hard at the plate and really got away a little bit from their approach. And, you know, we reminded them of that. And that's all you can do. You know, you just hope that they can find a way to just go play the game.